So I'm going to make 12 sourdough today. So I thought my partner's home from work, so she can help me record. Makes it easier than trying to put the phone on stands. I did make a spiral mixer video, but I thought I'll go through the process again, just quickly. I've got my sourdough starter in the tub. I've got my homemade prover. It's currently on 24 degrees. The room temperature is 18. So I want everything at 25 degrees. Starter is starting to collapse. Is more than, it's gone a lot higher than double. So I'll take that out. I also have my water for 12 loaves still. That should be 25 degrees. Putting it in here just means that everything's at the same temperature. Got my flour in here. And my salt on top of the mixer, because I'm always forgetting. Got my thermometer. Like I said, our room temperature is on 20 at the moment, only because I'm running my heater. It's actually about 16. If you look outside, it's really, really cold. It's windy. So I've got all my ingredients at 25. This is like 24, so it's not too bad. The prover will heat it up again. So what I'm going to do, tip all my water in, except for a little bit for the salt. So I'll put just this. I'm doing 12 loaves. Yep, so I'll throw that in there. And that's it for that. This is probably a little bit too much. We're only doing 76% hydration, sorry. So, starter. Turn my scale on. So I want to put 1.2 kilos of starter in here. It's nice. It's still got a good structure. Let's have a look at this. We still need another 100 grams. I've mixed this perfectly because this is my levain. My actual starter is in the fridge. Just scrapings like I always do. Because I won't bake again for a couple of days at home. 20 more. It's almost 1.2, that's fine. So now I'll mix this on slow, just to break the starter up a bit. Also, I've got a little sheet over here. This has got all the ingredients, how much they weigh. I like to put a time of when I put the starter. So it was 210, and then the temperature was about 24.5. So the first stretch and fall will be, I'll start putting those times in a bit later, but yeah. That's broken down quite good. I've got all my flour, my whole wheat and my white flour in here. This is 12 loaves. So I've got 4.8 kilos of red flour and 600 grams of whole wheat flour. So I'll put this in with the starter. I'll just put a little bit for now. Mix that in. I'm going to auto release this for half an hour. It's got the yeast in it, so it's going to be called a fermentation release. I like to always put the starter in with the mixers, especially if I'm mixing in the spiral. I'll mix that until there's no more flour. Yep, I'll stop that. And I'll add more flour. You can just put the whole lot in now. Now I'm going to mix this until it's no more dry spots. I never over mix with the spiral mixer. I like to get a looser crumb than tight. I'll just show you. It's very tight. I've got it in the corner. Always banging my head on this. It's got the controls on the side. It's a really nice mixer. I don't use the timer. I find the timer just be very inaccurate. It's very hard to use. But okay, the starter is almost mixed in. No more dry spots. I'll just scrape down the sides a bit. Actually, it's quite a little bit dry still. Might use a little bit more of the water for the salt. Just a little bit. Get it mostly on the sides. Still want that for salt. And that's it. I'm going to let that sit for half an hour to auto loose. Now I'm going to put a towel over it, give it half an hour rest. Salt and the remaining water will go in. So it's been half an hour. It's really nice inside. I'm going to add the salt. It's 120 grams. I'm going to put that on top. So let me just put that up there. Mix it in for a bit. Put the rest of the salt on. Stick some of the water on. Got to set my timer for 2 minutes. So alarm's going off, 2 minutes. That's it. I will then rest this for 5 minutes before I go cutting it out the mixer. So it's been 5 minutes. I will now just give it a quick 27 mix. It looks like it's not mixed, but if you watch it now, it comes back together. So that's it. Now I'll put it in the tubs. I've got the tubs ready to go. So now I'm going to cut out my olive ones. I've only got 4 olive that I need to make. So that will be approximately 3.2 kilos. 3.2 is enough. I'll stick this over here. And the remaining dough will go in like so. Very sticky. So I've got as much dough out of this as possible. Don't want to spend all day cleaning that. And that's it. Just over here. So I've got my plain loaves and I have my olive loaves. I'll just do a quick stretch. Not too much because it's just come out the mixer, so it needs time to rest. That's it. I'll give that half an hour rest. So this is the first stretch and fold. I did put the dough in my burley olive. So I'll wait till I get to 50%. I love this thing. It's really good at judging the bulk ferment. Take this out the prover. Close that up so the heat doesn't get out. You sit at 24 out of 25. Not too bad. These are my stretch and folds. I will do this one first. The mixer did a lot of strength, so I don't need to pull too high. Like so. Here's my olive one. So I get my rosemary herbs. My olives will dry up. Put those in. It's only early in the bulk ferment, so I'm not knocking any air out at the moment. You can add these olives at 2 stages if you wanted to. So I'm just layering the olives. It's hard to get a stretch and fold at this early stage on the olives. So the next stretch and fold was when I'll build more strength. But for now, that will be fine. And I'll let that rest. And I'll really start building strength on the stretch and folds in half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So now we're on the second stretch and fold. Close it up. This is about 40 minutes ago I did the first stretch and fold. I'm on the second now, and I'll do one more in 40 minutes, and that's it. See how they're getting bubbles on top? It's quite nice. Always do the plain one first. I want to get olive on my so hard doing stretch and fold such a small dough. There's only like 4 olive here, and that's 8 plain. That's it. 40 more minutes and I'll do another stretch and fold. So the third stretch and fold has started to grow good. After this last one, it will be like 3 hours in here. So this is coming along very nicely. Yeah, it's going really nice. This one I'm going to come up from the side. I'm going to go from here. Yep. That's it. That's the stretch and folds done for both these mixes. And I'll leave them about 3 hours because they're sitting at about 24 degrees. So I'll put them back in here. Okay. So it's on 40%. So by the time I take this out and shape it into, by the time I take it out and shape it, it will be on 50%. So I'll leave that there. Oh. So I'll take this out. If you look at the top, it's very nice. It's bubbly. I'm going to take this loose from the side. And I will just shape this at 850. Here's a little tiny one, 550. I'll probably use this for like a focaccia or something on the weekend. So I'll put that in a tub. And I'll put that in the fridge and I'll make a focaccia with that. I'll put that there for now. Now we've got the olive. $8.50. This is my olives. Got quite a few olives in this one at the moment. $8.50. What I like to do is just grab this 1, 2, 3, 4. That there, that there, that there. Put that one on there. And just make them a bit bigger. So they're about 900 now. I put a lot more olives in these, so they're a lot heavier than usually. And that's it. I will leave this for about 20 minutes to. They're almost ready for the fridge, so it won't be much longer. I'm going to leave this. But yeah, I'll let them sit for probably 10-15 minutes and I'll put them in a banneton. So this is almost on 50%. I'm going to put these in the banneton. So I'm going to grab 8 of these. And for the olives, because these are the 25 centimeter ones, which are the 10 inches. And for the olives, I've got these are also the 25 centimeter 10 inch, but they're thicker. So now I'm going to shape them. My favorite way of shaping is always like this. Some people like to put it in the middle. I kind of just fold it in the middle like this, get my thumb in the middle. Like so. I'll pull this enough so that it doesn't stretch too much. And I go through the middle. There's a lot of air in this, which is really good. Any longer than this, it would start to overproof. I've got my fridge set to 2 degrees, so that will slow it down, but I really like to push fermentation to its limit. Another way of shaping that I've always liked as well was this method. You get a much longer shape banneton, a petard, sorry, a longer shape petard. So put it in like a triangle. I'll put my olives. Oh, I forgot, almost forgot I like to put the rosemary on the top. So a lot of olives in this one today. This is the olives. So that's it. I like to put these on here for when I load the fridge. And I'll leave these in the banneton for like 10 minutes. So I'll put this in the fridge and I'll bake this off in 24 hours. So it's been 30 hours. It's always tight here. Looking very nice. I'll put them on here. I don't have much space for a rack, otherwise I'd get a rack. But I like this. This trolley does the job. I'll get these ready for the oven. I can put up to 15 in this oven, but today is only 12 loaves, so I will. Sometimes they stick. Olive ones, keep the olives together. I don't use rice flour because I'm allergic to it. It gives me breathing issues. So if I was using rice flour instead of flour, they wouldn't stick like this as much. I mean, they're not sticking that bad, but they do slightly stick. I always like to do half plain and half with flour. So I love doing my little pattern. I only do the basic one. Well, that's not the best, but okay. I'll do one. It's best to do it more on the top. Doesn't really show that good without the flour, but I still do it. Should have changed this blade, to be honest. Now I will score it at 25. At work, I burnt my hand on the back oven. Like, it was even in the stone oven, so I do that. Definitely change the blade on this next time. The olives like to block the blade sometimes. That's it. Just double check all the scores. Yep, I have. Alright, so now I'm going to put them in. You just bring this one back. back a bit. Alright. And I'll bake this for 25 minutes. Alright, so I've got a lot of steam coming out of this. That's why I love this damper, but it's not enough. So I'll open this door up. Oof. These are looking really nice. Now I'm going to get as much steam out of there as possible. I'm going to crank this back up to 240. This is usually so the next load can come in at the higher temperature, but I don't have another load tonight. I've only got the one. And yeah, do that for 15 minutes and this will be ready to pull out. Alright, so we're at the end of the bake. Still got a lot of steam coming out of this oven. Yes, they're looking really nice. I like this steam, it gives it a really nice colour. I'm going to turn all the temperatures down. So if I just turn that off, it's going to turn the oven lights off. That's beautiful. They're really nice. Turn this off. Yeah, these are really nice. What I usually do, I'll put them here to cool down for a few hours. These olive ones, the oven, the bottom isn't always as hot, so I'm just going to put those in for a bit longer, to be honest. I won't even keep the oven on, I'll just put them in there with the door open a bit and they'll get a bit of colour. These are nice. If you listen to this, yes, that's great. This one I have to eat myself now. In the morning I will package them. Might actually record that too. And now, the final part of the whole process, and packaging it. I've got these heat stickers that I like to use. Good. And it just seals the bag. That's it. I'll drop these off. And next week I will be releasing my macaron video, so make sure to subscribe so you get a notification. Thank you.